Hey guys, Dewey right here, and this is actually my third attempt to film this today. I don't know what's with my luck today. I just haven't been able to win. Been, I don't know, just people getting in my way, interrupting me, and well, anyway, I am continuing with the what if I started yesterday. What if Barne and Kakarot? Was it Barne and Kakarot went to Earth? Or what? No, it was what if Barne went with Goku to Earth? And well, for this story, well, for the sake of this story, I had Barne, the third Saiyan child of Bardock and Gine, who I created in What If Bardock Stopped Lord Frieza and some other what ifs where Barne's appeared. Now, the big difference with particularly Barne in this story is that she's born much sooner. In fact, she's a twin sibling of Kakarot. She's the twin sister of Kakarot. So, Gine got to have twins this time. And well, with that, a pair of them were sent off to Earth, just like in the original, escaping their fate at the hands of Lord Frieza, who came along to Planet Vegeta. And we pretty much were able to cover pretty much most of the all of the Pilaf saga. So, continuing where that left off, and I recommend you guys check part 1 out to really get filled in there. Well, after Kakarot and Barne basically said goodbyes to their friends, they went back to their homestead to find Grandpa Gohan, who had been resurrected thanks to Barne's wish from the Eternal Dragon, stopping Pilaf from taking over the world. Ah, yes, you two are still around. I take it you had something to do with this. Grandpa Gohan referring to the fact that he's alive again. And, yeah. I know people are probably going to be wondering, why didn't you if Barne still knows she's a Saiyan and everything like that, why didn't she have, wish back Bardock or Gine? Well, it's not that I couldn't have done it that way, but I just didn't really want to. I've done that, you know, in a lot of other what ifs, so I wanted to do something different. So why not have Barne right the wrong, the accidental wrong that she and her brother committed when they transformed into great apes that one time. Barne, who was the only one out of the two who actually figured out what happened. And yeah. So with that, they filled in Grandpa Gohan about their entire adventure. Oh, so you met the Ox King and Master Roshi. Yeah, Grandpa, we're gonna go train with Master Roshi. I want to be as strong as you. Well, I highly recommend it. He taught me everything I know, and I know training with him will definitely do you two some good. And you can count on me seeing you guys fight at the Tenkaichi Budokai. What's the Tenkaichi Budokai, Grandpa? Oh, you'll find out soon enough. With that, Barne and Kakarot pretty much raced over to Master Roshi's, and, well, Roshi agreed to, train the twins in the condition they could find her a girl. Barne was looking at Roshi with that sort of disapproved look, or look of content, you know, the same look of content that Bulma gives him, basically. And, she's saying, fine, we'll find you a girl, but you better pay up, old man. And, well, they were able to, rescue and find Launch. Now, meanwhile, they left a little earlier before Krillin actually made it to the island. Now, Krillin did indeed make it to the island as well, and he got into Master Roshi's good graces simply by just offering up those stacks of dirty magazines he had. And, well, with some careful consideration, and after Roshi had agreed to take on the three kids as his student, and, well, Launch was Launch, sneezing occasionally, firing off a machine gun, but ultimately grateful for the hospitality, for that whole chestnut. And, well, as for the training itself went, pretty much Krillin and Kakarot were pretty much on even ground in training, like they were in the original. Barne, on the other hand, actually showed signs that she might actually be stronger than her twin brother. That she might be the stronger out of the two. Now, during sparring sessions with her twin brother Kakarot and during their fights, back in the previous arc, the difference in their power didn't actually show. Still pretty much the same, but with this training where Barne's actually being forced to really exert herself, it is becoming clear that she is the stronger one, at least in terms of conditioning, speed, all of that. She's just that slightly bit better at everything than what Krillin and Kakarot are. And well, as the time went on, it was then time for the Tenkaichi Budokai, and you can imagine that pretty much our heroes pretty much got through no problem, with Jackie Chun, the disguised Master Roshi, advancing, Barne and Kakarot advanced, Barne pretty much taking up Girin's spot, and everyone else pretty much got their whole respected spots. And well, once the final match, the finals begun, you've got pretty much Yamcha being eliminated by Jackie Chun, just like in the original. Krillin, of course, beating Bacterian. And of course, Nam defeating the mischievous Ranfan and all her antics. But then we got to the battle between Barne and Goku, the battle of the twins. And it was a pretty close matchup. It was definitely quite a showdown, especially for the first round of the finals. Crowd were really getting into it. Bulma and, of course, the rest of them watching were the least bit surprised. Grandpa Gohan quite surprised with how far Barne and Kakarot's training had come along. And, well, in the end, it was Barne that got the win over Kakarot, pretty much booting him out of the ring. Well, for the second time, really, because he did boot Kakarot out of the ring the first time, but Kakarot used the Nimbus Cloud to come back in, and the same ruling happened there. He wasn't disqualified by that, but was forbidden for using it again. Second time, he was kicked out of the ring, pretty much. That was a pretty cool match between the two of them. And well, then we got to the semi-finals with Krillin losing to Jackie Chun, just like he does in the original, and we got Barne battling with Nam. And well, needless to say, Barne was able to beat Nam even easier than what her brother does in the original timeline. And well, just like in the original, Jackie Chun, of course, helps Nam and tells him about the well and how it's free to use, and a dino cap that can store an entire reservoir of water if they have to. And well, the only thing he had to do in exchange was Nam had to pretend to be Master Roshi, so in order to stop Yamcha from being suspicious. However, there is one among the crowd that does know Jackie Chun is Roshi, and that is, of course, Grandpa Gohan. Oh boy, I see Master Roshi's still doing this whole Jackie Chun gimmick thing. I remember what he put me through when I entered this thing. And well, we headed into the final match between Barne and Jackie Chun, and a lot of the match was pretty similar to his battle with Goku in the original timeline, except that Roshi was having, a little bit more trouble keeping Barne down. Barne not really falling for the same sort of trickery that Jackie Chun tried. After all, she is a bit smarter than Kakarot as well. And, yeah, the hypnosis trick didn't work on her either, because, well, you just gotta mention food to a Saiyan, that'll wake him up. So yes, she does share that same weakness with Kakarot. Food. And well, it did force Jackie Chan to use the lightning surprise attack on Barne, and well, to everyone's surprise now, she actually didn't turn Great Ape just like Goku did. Something else sort of happened here. The moon was there, and if she looked at it, she would have transformed, but she more or less had her eyes shut in the pain. You know, this sort of look, ah! So she wasn't actually looking at the full moon. But something else happened. Out of some sheer desperation and the frustration and rage side of what was happening to her, her hair stuck up and turned green, along with a bit of a green aura that was so powerful, it actually just straight up knocked Jackie Chan out of the ring. By the sheer force of her power, Barne had won the match. And just as quickly as she pulled off this slight transformation, now we know what this transformation is. Legendary Super Saiyan or Berserker Super Saiyan, which if you watched What If Bardock Stopped Lord Frieza, you'll know that Barne does have this ability. She has crazy hidden latent potential, able to pull that transformation at that age. Anyway, bottom line is, she has won the tournament, except now she has looked at the moon. And now we got Great Ape Barne actually rampaging around, not for long mind you, because Kakarot is able to call out to her sister, and that pretty much just reins her in right then and there. Recognizing her brother's voice, being one of her family, as we know, Saiyans can sort of rein each other in that way. Kakarot, who was lucky enough to be wearing his sunglasses, so he didn't transform as well. Remember, Bulma gave him sunglasses? But yeah, Barne couldn't exactly put her sunglasses on in the middle of a match, and, you know, a mere few seconds after she just won it. So, ultimately, this led to Poir having to transform into a pair of scissors and cutting off the tail. Master Roshi didn't really see the need to blow up the moon this time around because, well, they pretty much reined her in pretty quick. And, yeah, with the removal of her tail, Barne reverted back to her normal state. And, the tournament was concluded. And if you think Master Roshi spent all his, Zenny the last time, he ended up spending double that, because remember, 2 Saiyans. And well, Grandpa Gohan was reunited with his master when they all sat and all dined together. And, well, Goku did sort of, well, Kakarot, sorry, did sort of promise that they'd retrieve Grandpa's 4-star Dragon Ball for him. So it was now time for that to happen again, and Barne would accompany her brother in their search for Grandpa Gohan's missing Dragon Ball. And I think that's where we're going to leave things for right now. So what do you guys think? Did you enjoy this story? I know I did, coming up with that. I hope I managed to make things a little bit different from the canon. No, Barne actually won the match. So it'll be interesting to see if that victory actually tends to go to her head or not in the next part. And well, then again, maybe she would not have felt that she really won because she doesn't really remember what happened. Like, you wouldn't really chalk an accidental transformation to skill. So she might not actually accept the win and accept it as a loss. all this and more next time, so don't forget to leave your thoughts in the comments. Don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel, of course, if you haven't already. And I'll see you guys again next time for the next What If. Catch you later.